the perfect place. Keto with Sammy. Keto with Sammy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Keto with Sammy. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I have an awesome, easy recipe for y'all to make. Of course, it is going to be a casserole dish. We're gonna throw a couple ingredients together and we are going to make something amazing and delicious. For today's video, we are going to making a keto chicken Alfredo bake. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on our chicken Alfredo casserole. So of course, you are going to want some diced chicken. So I have 3 chicken breasts here. I trimmed off the fat and I just diced them up into bite-sized pieces, and I added it to my bowl because we're gonna go ahead and season our chicken. I just have a couple of my favorite seasonings here that I like to use, but you can incorporate any seasoning that you like. You can change it up if you want to. So I always go in with some garlic powder, of course, and I'm just coating. Season with your heart, season to your liking. I'm gonna put some black pepper. I also think a ranch seasoning packet or something like that would be great in here as well. You can just like change it up if you like to, add some ranch flavor to this. I'm gonna go in with some Italian seasoning. My favorite, of course. I love Italian seasoning. I put that stuff on everything. Some crushed red pepper. This is optional if you like a little kick. Then of course some salt, just to taste. You can add more later if you need to. Then go ahead and just coat all your seasoning into your chicken breast. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to the stove because we are going to pre-cook our chicken first. I'm just gonna go ahead and heat through a little bit of olive oil for my chicken. I went ahead and added in my diced chicken, and all you're doing is cooking it through and getting a nice sear. Once your chicken is all the way cooked through, go ahead and put it in a bowl to the side, and we're gonna move on to the next step. Okay, now we're gonna start throwing everything into our casserole dish. This is a very simple recipe. You kind of just toss everything together and then we're gonna bake it. So I have my cooked chicken right here in my casserole dish. I am using a 9 by 12 or 9 by 13. And then I have all my veggies. Now you are not limited to what veggies you want to put in here. If you want to change one out and add in another veggie, if there's certain vegetables that you don't like, you could totally mix up any veggies into this casserole dish. It's so delicious. But this right here is an awesome mix that you could use. So I have 1 yellow zucchini sliced. I just cut them in half like this into quarters, as well as 1 green zucchini. I also cut it into quarters. Then I have some cauliflower and broccoli. You could just use broccoli or you can just use cauliflower, but I love both. So what I do, just to make it that much more simple, I buy just like the bags from the store. I got these at Walmart of just some broccoli florets and some cauliflower florets, and I kind of just chop them up into smaller pieces because sometimes they have like little big chunks in there, and that just makes it so much more simple that you can just toss them in here and get it nice and ready for your dish. So I have these 2, and as well as some mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, you can totally keep these out, incorporate something else, but I personally love mushrooms in this dish. So I have 1 container of 8 ounce of sliced white mushrooms. So to go ahead and get started, all you're gonna do is toss all your veggies into your casserole dish right on top of your chicken. I got my yellow squash, my green zucchini, my broccoli. And if you need a bigger casserole dish, go ahead and use one. Hopefully everything fits in here. Okay, then we got our cauliflower. Look at this. And we're gonna go ahead and toss everything together, but first I wanna season my vegetables. And then we have our mushrooms. Okay, just to give the veggies a little flavor, I'm going in with the same seasonings that I used for my chicken. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more garlic powder, some salt to taste, some black pepper, and a little bit more of Italian seasoning. I'm not gonna add the crushed red peppers until the end because I love the way it looks when it sits on top. Then you just want to take a spoon and go ahead and go mix in your veggies until they're well incorporated with the chicken and all of that. Okay, once you have all your veggies nice and tossed together just like this, we are going to start adding in our Alfredo sauce. Now, before we get started, today I am using jar Alfredo sauce because I really just wanted to make this dish as very simple and easy as I can for y'all. So jar Alfredo sauce is great in moderation. It does have some hidden ingredients in here, but I personally love Rayo's homemade Alfredo sauce. This is one of my favorites to use. But we can also do some Alfredo sauce from scratch. It's very simple to make, minimal ingredients. So if y'all would like to see a separate video on that recipe on how to make some easy homemade Alfredo sauce, comment down below and I would definitely love to do that video for y'all. But for today, we are going in with Rayo's homemade Alfredo sauce. Primal Kitchen also does have an Alfredo sauce if you can get your hands on it. I've seen it at Kroger before and I believe Walmart. And their Alfredo sauce is made with avocado oil, so that's another great option if you just want to buy some store-bought Alfredo sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the jar of Alfredo sauce. Okay, and all you're going to do is simply pour this on top. If you're making like a bigger batch, you can use 2. I bought 2 of them because I like mine nice and creamy, but the sauce is very creamy with just using 1 as well. And then you're just gonna toss all your Alfredo sauce with your veggies so everything gets nice and coated. Okay, I tossed my Alfredo sauce with all my veggies and the chicken. I only used 1 jar. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven to bake, and after we will top it with some cheese. We're not leaving out that cheese. We're just gonna pre-bake this first so the veggies get nice and tender. We're gonna go ahead and pop our casserole dish into our preheated oven. You want your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we are going to bake this for about 30 to 40 minutes until your veggies are nice and tender. Okay, my casserole has been in my oven baking for 30 minutes. This is the way it looks. As you can see, the sauce will kind of like settle at the bottom. So I go ahead and just give this a good toss again because we are going to top it with some cheese. Okay, once I have tossed it again in my sauce so it doesn't settle, let's go ahead and top it with some mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. I am topping it with half a cup of shredded mozzarella, and you can also change up your cheeses if you'd like to. And then I also have some shredded Parmesan that I'm going to top it with. I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top. Finishing it off with some red chili flakes just to add a little color and spice if you'd like to. And a little bit of parsley flakes for some color. It goes back in the oven at 350 for an additional 10 minutes or until your cheese is melted. All right, y'all, my casserole is done baking. Look at this. Doesn't it look absolutely delicious? So simple to make, so full of flavor. Y'all are going to absolutely love this. All there's left to do is let it cool down a bit, serve it up, and enjoy. Okay, it's taste testing time. I already know this is gonna be absolutely delicious because anything Alfredo, I am all for. We got our chicken, our zucchini, some mushrooms, some broccoli. I love that you can put a whole variety of veggie mix in here and it is very filling. So I'm ready to dig in. This is so good. This definitely hits the spot for me. I feel like chicken Alfredo and like spaghetti, just like Italian food, is such a comfort for me. So this is absolutely delicious. You're not even gonna miss the pasta. The veggies are going to fill you up and it has so much flavor to it and it's so simple to make. So if y'all incorporate any different kind of veggies, comment down below what y'all are going to put into y'all's dish. Alright guys, that was today's video on our keto chicken Alfredo bake. I really hope y'all enjoy this recipe, and if y'all happen to make it, head on over to my Facebook page and post a couple pictures, or on my Instagram. I would love to see y'all make this dish. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more awesome keto recipes, and I will see y'all in my next one.